come to the two big issues that he's taken up in a fairly, some would say exaggerated way, some would say in a focused way. The first is that people who live in Mumbai should speak Marathi. Do you agree with that?
Well, if you go to West Bengal, Karan, do you ever hear anything but Bengali being spoken? Does anyone mind? You go to Karnataka, do you hear anything but Kannadiga being spoken? If you go to Tamil Nadu, do you hear anything but Tamil being spoken? So in that sense, maybe the disconnect is happening in Mumbai because people think of Mumbai as belonging to all of India and therefore not parochially bound. It's sort of jingoistic.
They're forgetting it's a Maharashtrian city.
In a way, yes, they are.
And because it's a Maharashtrian city, people who choose to make it their home should learn Marathi.
Well, like if I were to make West Bengal my home, I should jolly well learn Bengali. If I choose to live in Punjab, I should know Punjabi. All the signages all over India happen to be in two languages, sometimes three. You go anywhere in India and the signages are in the local script. Why is it that only Mumbai is being picked on for insisting on both signages, Devanagari, which is also Marathi, and an English?
Except in an interview that he gave you,
Yes.
Raj Thackeray said just earlier this month that Ratan Tata
Yes.
could be an exception to this. Exact words that he used were, Tata belongs to India, let's not confine him. Why then exempt Tata, but not the poor UP Bihari taxi driver or the poor Punjabi guard outside your front door? Isn't that a sense of discrimination?
There is, completely, and I think he talked himself into a bit of a corner by making that statement, because of course Ratan Tata is seen as a national icon belonging to, like Sachin Tendulkar is.
But he's lived all his life in Bombay. Bombay is the center of Tata's sons. This is where his industry has its headquarters. If anyone should speak Marathi, Ratan Tata should be the one.
I completely agree, and we don't even know whether he can or he cannot, according to Raj.
So
it doesn't matter.
So you accept the exemption for Ratan Tata
I do not.
is wrong.
I definitely think that Raj was being political when he answered that question. But at the same time, I mean, Ratan Tata chose Gujarat over Maharashtra to move the nano too. So are we doing something very wrong there, or does Ratan Tata speak
Should
Gujarati?
Ratan Tata, because he lives in Bombay, have brought the nano to Maharashtra rather than take it to Gujarat, rather than take it to Bengal in the first place?
No, I wouldn't look at it quite in such a... No, I definitely wouldn't go that far.
Another issue that Raj Thackeray has raised in a big way is his claim that grade 3 and grade 4 jobs, particularly because they don't require specific educational qualifications, should be given to local people from Maharashtra rather than finding recruits from other states. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, because every other state seems to follow that policy and no issues asked. And it seems to be just Maharashtra where the last people to get those jobs seem to be the Maharashtrians.
But can I point out that that's
yes.
actually not the truth? The Tata Institute of Social Sciences points out that between 75 to 90% of the jobs in organized industry in Maharashtra are held by Marathis. In fact, in the important construction industry, where you have the single largest component of daily wage labor, the figure is as high as 65%. So, in fact, the facts suggest
Yes.
that Raj Thackeray's concern is not borne out.
But if you go to any construction site, I mean, I'm not challenging your statistic, chances are that the people on those sites, I passed about 5 myself on the way to the interview, there's not a single Maharashtrian in sight.
Isn't that a false impression? But isn't that a false impression? The facts suggest that 80 to 90% of the jobs are held by Marathis. You may not have seen them, you may not have noticed them.
You don't hear Marathi in Mumbai anymore. You just simply don't hear it. You try and ask for directions, stop anybody on the road, and chances are they'll say, we have no idea because we've come from UP or Bihar or wherever. So where are the Maharashtrians? I'd love to know whether they've been pushed out of the city.
This, in a sense, irks Maharashtrians. The fact that in their capital you don't hear Marathi, the fact that in their capital Punjabis and UPites and Biharis seem to dominate, this irks and irritates them.
I would definitely say so. The educated may think it politically incorrect to state as much, but the feeling lingers. It is there. There are enough voices, of course, who believe that we live in a democracy and there should be complete and total freedom of movement, freedom of seeking jobs wherever
but not
the
to
jobs
the extent
exist,
of dominating Maharashtrians in Maharashtra.
and pushing them out of their own capital.